at you with another upload. Um, let's talk about Ben Johnson. And let's put this to bed. Ben Johnson. There was a statement on Twitter that I saw, and everybody goes through Twitter now or X. And Ben Johnson, in this statement, said that he was uncomfortable. It was a quote, allegedly. He was uncomfortable with the Washington Commanders ownership group because there were a bunch of basketball guys that were a little confident. They were a little overly confident, I guess, about their ability to select a football personnel coach, or just, basically, I guess, in his mind, they were overconfident because they were basketball guys. That is the most obscene thing I ever heard. You just don't. Not only, Ben Johnson, did you just completely blew off a interview while the team and the team officials in mid-flight to Detroit, and you just cancel out. Uh, but hey, let's say you did cancel out, no big deal. But I mean, if you had all these reservations, why didn't you just cancel from the beginning? You don't, you let people, kind of let people on a little bit. I would think. Or you had interest. You had interest. You took an interview in Seattle. So what happened? Were they basketball guys too? I just don't understand that statement. I'm trying to, but um, to me, it seemed like you're just trying to do damage control. You and your agent, your team. Hey, look, if you wasn't ready, you wasn't ready. And that's okay. Nobody's going to force your hand. When you're ready to do things, you're ready to do things. But I guess the Washington Commanders came out with I don't know if it's a quote or there was a report that they said that, or allegedly said that he didn't interview well. So I guess Ben Johnson now is trying to, like I said, do damage control and get out in front of this so it won't hurt him down the road. But, it's never going to be a good look for you because the simple fact was it wasn't quite Josh McDaniels-esque. But, if you had these reservations, and everyone does, when you're talking about different things, but was it your reservations or was it that they kind of frowned on your asking price? Because remember, Justina Anderson came out with a report that the asking price that he was seeking was $15 million a year. They refuted that, but all of a sudden now you're back into going back to Detroit because you want to finish the job there and try to get to a Super Bowl. I get it, but I think you're just doing damage control, and it's kind of it shows it's put you in a bad light. Definitely put you in a bad light because, for one, they mid-flight once again, as I stated, and you're now saying that you don't want to interview or you want to go back, and that's fine. But the way you're handling this thing and this tit for tat going back and forth, um, I'm pretty sure the Commanders they're on to the next thing. You know what I mean? They're trying to get an offensive coordinator at this point. And reports are Cliff Kingsbury is a target, a favorite that they would like to interview for the job. Um, but Ben Johnson, man, come on, bro. It's no need for this. Um, you wasn't ready to coach. Some people are not ready for that lead position. So, maybe you just need a little bit more seasoning as far as your personality to lead men. And I guess you'll be more comfortable in the next hiring cycle if you are comfortable ever being a head coach. But opportunities like this don't come every day. Um, I'm not saying that because I'm a Commanders fan. I'm just saying in general, in business, when you have opportunities, you got to strike when the iron is hot. But then again, I got to respect you. If you said that you wasn't ready, fine. But I don't like the back and forth. That's it. That's the only thing. It's nothing personal. I just don't like the back and forth. And just, you made your statement that you're going back to the team because you feel they're close to get a Super Bowl, and that's fine. But now all this damage control and all this because there's some rumors that you didn't interview well, uh, and this after you took the Seattle interview. So what happened there? You didn't want to go to Washington. Seattle was certainly there, so they hired Mike Macdonald shortly after you interviewed. So I don't. There's something not right, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Anyway, we're going. We're on. We got the coach we have, Mike Quinn, and I'm gonna tell you something. Uh, with this Mike Quinn hire, even though it's underwhelming to a lot of people around the sports world, the National Football League, um, I remember when Tom Coughlin got the New York Giants job. I believe back in 05, maybe 04, something like that, maybe. In that division, you had Bill Parcells that was coaching the Cowboys at that time. Of course, Andy Reid was coaching the Philadelphia Eagles, and you had the legendary coach Joe Gibbs. Well, they all legendary, but they had some rock star coach. Joe Gibbs was coaching the Washington Redskins at the time, and then you had Tom Coughlin who got the job, and it was like I said, it wasn't a lot of fanfare for New York. It wasn't a lot of fanfare. The New York people didn't like it. He's coming from the Jaguars. He had some success there. Overall, the Jaguars kind of flamed out. And, and he got fired, and he was able to get a job in New York where he spent some time there with Bill Parcells on Bill Parcells' coaching staff. So, long story short, Tom Coughlin was able to get 2 Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? So, out of that time he spent there. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying that might happen for Dan Quinn. I hope it will happen. But look, sometimes the best hires are the ones that go unnoticed or that people kind of say, well, they don't think it's, this and that. They want everybody to go with a hot new toy. But experienced coaches, sometimes when they get a second chance, they do better. So a lot of them. So we'll see. We'll see how. I'm just saying that as a scenario. So we'll see how it turns out. We'll see how it turns out. But I don't like this back and forth about you're trying to do damage control, talking about now you're talking about the basketball guys. That's an insult. That's an insult within itself. Why would you do that? Why would you burn your bridges or with one team? It doesn't make any sense. I guess it's easy to do for Washington because of the past. But this is a different ownership group. And they got Adam Peters as the GM. He's going to be making all the player roster transitions and acquisitions. And you got Dan Quinn, who's an experienced coach, who's from what everybody said is very well liked, like Ron Rivera. There's a lot of similarities. But if they're able to pull off and get Cliff Kingsbury, I really would like that. Even if they get Chip Kelly, I like that move too. So I just want someone, if they are going to plan on drafting a quarterback at the number 2 pick, I just want somebody that's going to groom the quarterback properly. Obviously, they're trying to move on. They're probably moving on from EB. So stay tuned, folks. There's always drama when it comes to your Washington Commanders and the league. But we'll see, how it all pans out at the end of the day. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, Vanguardian TV. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Peace.